The last thing I like to watch is entertainers or actors get political. It's just something I can't stand watching.
Kurt Russell isn't one to sit quietly, and this time he's going all out. The Hollywood legend just tore through woke culture like a wrecking ball, and trust me, he's not holding back. He's calling out the hypocrisy that's been rotting the entertainment industry from the inside. The political correctness, the forced narratives, the endless virtue signaling. He's done with it. And honestly, can you blame him? Hollywood's been pushing agendas harder than it's been pushing decent movies, and Kurt's finally had enough. But the big question is, how long until more stars grow a backbone and join him in saying, enough's enough?
You know, my personal feeling is that there's a big difference between Fantasyland and reality. Fantasyland is what we do.
Kurt's perspective on the whole fantasy versus reality thing is something we can all get behind. We watch movies to escape, right? It's that 2-hour break from real life where we don't have to think about the day-to-day grind. Kurt believes in keeping it that way. Movies, TV shows, music, that's all supposed to be Fantasyland. It's where we go to unwind, not where we go to get preached at by Hollywood's woke brigade.
I think there's a very strong reason Founding Fathers had for the Second Amendment, and that is that no government ever hasn't had to fight its own people, and its own people hasn't had to fight its own government.
He's been crystal clear about it. The entertainment industry is blurring the line between make-believe and real-world politics, and it's just killing the fun. His view is pretty simple. Entertainment should be just that. Entertainment, not some platform for progressive ideologies. And honestly, who can argue with that? If I'm sitting down to watch a superhero movie, I'm there for the action, not a lecture on climate change or gender identity. Is that too much to ask? Kurt's frustration is obvious. Hollywood used to know its lane. You made a movie, told a good story, and left the politics at the door. Now, it seems like every single thing has to have some kind of woke message shoved into it. He once said, "There's a big difference between Fantasyland and reality. Fantasyland is what we do, writing a song, a book, doing a movie, or a television show. That's Fantasyland." You can almost hear the exhaustion in his voice, like he's wondering how on earth Hollywood forgot something so basic. What's wild is how Hollywood just can't seem to help itself. They inject woke views into everything. It's almost like they're allergic to fun now. Every movie, every show, every award speech, it's all turned into a political sermon. And Kurt, he's not having it. He gets that the more they push this woke nonsense, the more they alienate the very people they claim to entertain.
If that Second Amendment hadn't been there, those people would not have had the opportunity to do what they considered was defending their life, their way, their style of living. So I agree with that. I think that's an important part of our existence, and it's basically that simple.
I think that people more object to the excesses of the Second Amendment, not the Second Amendment. It's these.
Kurt Russell doesn't hold back when it comes to gun control. He's one of the few voices in Hollywood that unapologetically stands up for the Second Amendment, and man, is it refreshing. The woke crowd loves to trot out their arguments about how stricter gun laws will somehow fix all of society's problems, but Kurt sees right through that. To him, gun control laws are not just ineffective, they're flat out dangerous. Here's the thing, Kurt is all about personal freedom and security. He gets that the world we live in is unpredictable and sometimes dangerous. Having the means to defend yourself isn't just a right, it's a necessity. Owning a gun isn't about owning a weapon, it's about protecting your home, your family, your life. And let's be real here. Who wouldn't want that kind of peace of mind in today's world?
I think it's too bad that the debate can't remain kind of civil too. And that's hard to do. It's one of those things that, it's like I talked about, sometimes talking about whatever we do. We all have our opinion on that too.
Kurt's got a sharp point to make about the woke idea that gun control will magically stop criminals. He's said it before criminals don't follow the law. You can throw as many gun regulations as you want at them, but a bad guy's gonna get a gun if he wants one. All these woke policies do is take away the guns from the people who follow the law, leaving them as sitting ducks while the criminals stay armed. It's like punishing the good guys for the bad guys' actions. And don't even get him started on the idea that gun control is going to stop terrorists. Kurt has said it flat out. Anyone who thinks restricting gun ownership will change a terrorist's mindset is out of their mind. It's as simple as that. Kurt sees gun ownership as the ultimate deterrent. If more people are armed, those looking to harm are going to think twice. It's that age-old concept of mutually assured destruction. You mess with me, and you're going to regret it. That's how balance is kept.
What are we going to do? Outlaw everything? That isn't the answer.
Just put some controls.
Just put some controls. What? So the people who want to defend themselves can't?
No, not so you can't. Just so the idiots can't get a hold of them. That's
Do
all.
you really believe they're not going to? Are you serious about that?
For Kurt, this isn't just about owning guns for the sake of it. It's about safeguarding the freedoms that America was built on. He pointed out time and again that the Founding Fathers had good reasons for writing the Second Amendment, and those reasons are just as relevant today. No government should have unchecked power over its people, and the right to bear arms is the ultimate check on tyranny. When you take guns away from responsible citizens, you're not just stripping them of a right, you're telling them their safety doesn't matter. And what's the woke solution to that? Oh, call the police when things go south? The same police they want to defund? It's the kind of backward thinking that only woke ideologues can come up with.
If you think gun control or something like that is going to change a terrorist point of view, I think you're like out of your mind. I think you're like, I think anybody is. I think it's absolutely insane. The problem we're having right now is that we don't have the concepts of how to...
Kurt Russell's view on gun ownership is pretty simple. The more people who own guns, the safer we all are. He's a big believer in mutually assured destruction, and honestly, it's hard to argue with him. If criminals know that the average person is packing heat, they're going to think twice before trying anything. Kurt has made it clear time and again that people willing to break the law aren't going to be stopped by more laws. The woke crowd pushing for stricter gun regulations just doesn't get it. A criminal isn't going to pause and think, oh wait, there's a new law, maybe I shouldn't rob this house. Yeah, because that's how crime works, right?
You may think you've got me worried about what you're going to do. Dude, you're about to find out what I'm going to do. And that's going to worry you a lot more. And that's what we need. That will change the concept of gun culture, as you call it, to something of reality.
Kurt's almost sarcastic when he talks about the woke argument that stricter gun laws will magically change criminal behavior. He said it outright. Anyone who believes gun control will stop a terrorist or criminal is out of their mind. And he's not wrong. Criminals don't care about the law. Kurt's no-nonsense approach is exactly what we need more of. He doesn't buy into the fairy tale that laws will protect us. He's all about people protecting themselves. That's the whole point of the Second Amendment. It's not about sport or hunting. It's about having the means to defend yourself when no one else can or will. And in a world where the woke mob keeps screaming to defund the police, the irony is just too rich.
Gay marriage, same-sex marriage, what's
Oh, I don't think I really don't care about. I think there's an issue that people aren't talking about with gay marriage.
Kurt Russell's stance on gay marriage? It's not what you'd expect from a Hollywood star, especially in today's woke-infested climate. He comes at the issue from a libertarian perspective, and it's honestly refreshing. He's not against gay marriage itself. It's not his business who marries who. What bothers him is the special treatment certain groups get just because they align with the woke agenda. For Kurt, the issue is this. Why should one group get extra perks for their lifestyle choices while others, who aren't waving the progressive flag, get left out? It reeks of government overreach. Politicians play favorites instead of making sure everyone is treated fairly. And that's the crux of Kurt's argument. He believes in equal treatment for everyone, no special privileges based on who you marry or what political message you support. Just fairness, plain and simple. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.